Hi again, Christine. Alright, so tonight we're going to do Parmesan chicken. And what I have so far is 2 chicken breasts. And they've been thawed out for a couple of days now, so they're nice and squishy. You're going to wrap them in saran wrap or plastic wrap, like this. Oh, there we go. I'm going to use a mallet, but you can use a hammer or whatever you want to use. This is what mine looks like. And you're going to literally beat the living crap out of your chicken to make them nice and flat. And I'll show you that when we're done. So you're just going to start hammering away. What this does is tenderizes the meat and flattens it out and makes it thinner, which gives you a better chicken for Parmesan chicken. And you want to use some force. And if you're feeling really grumpy, this is a great dish to make. Just imagine it's Brad when he's bad. And if your chicken escapes, just wrap it back up. Like mine just did. And it's sealed from both sides. This keeps it clean and makes it just easier to work with. You're going to flip it. Do the other side as well. It's really easy if you use skinless, boneless chicken breast for this. And the thinner the better, because then it saves you some work. I used really thin ones, so it's not taking me hardly any time at all. So this is what I have now. See how much bigger they are? And they're really thin, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to set those to the side for a minute. Our next step is making the spaghetti that we're going to put the Parmesan chicken on top of. You've told me you know how to make spaghetti before, but I'll go over the basics again. So, I use whole grain spaghetti. And I actually have a spaghetti measurer. I love this thing. And there's 2 of us eating tonight. And it's the same thing with chicken breasts, is how many you're eating is how many you want your chicken breasts. So if it's just you and Brad, it's 2. But if it's you, Brad, and another couple, it'd be 4 that you use. So everybody gets their own chicken breast. Okay. I'm using whole grain. And what you do is you just slide this through your measurer. And this matches up to, this is about 1 serving, so I want to double that. Ooh, I'm going to get a pot. I'm going to fill it with nice water. On the boiling, put your spaghetti down into it. Woo, it's gonna go everywhere. It's the only problem with spaghetti. It's like pixie sticks. Alright, so now I have my spaghetti. And that should be plenty. Alright. So now we're going to go to the next step for the chicken. Put your oven on broil. And let it heat up. Get a skillet. I use olive oil. It's healthier alternative to vegetable oil. You can use extra virgin or regular, it doesn't matter. Give a little bit of coating to your skillet. Alright, now you're going to need either 2 bowls or 2 deep dish trays. I'll show you what mine look like. Ugh. I just use mixing bowls. I have 2 here. Alright, you're going to do 2 different things with these bowls. You're going to fill one with breadcrumbs. Kavani. Can you get me the breadcrumbs? I can't reach them. Thank you. I can't reach my breadcrumbs. Okay, breadcrumbs. I use seasoned. That's what these look like. It doesn't matter how much you put in. Just enough. So it looks like. Ooh, it's hard to show breadcrumbs on a webcam. Like that. Get your Parmesan chicken. I meant Parmesan. And shake it in. Good dousing. It's about 1/4 of a cup to every 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. Mix it all together. There's one mixture. My oil's getting nice and hot. Which is good. Whoa. Then you're going to need an egg per chicken breast. Because I have 2 chicken breasts, I need 2 eggs. Which I have here. And a whisk. Oh, there we go. Whisk. So my first egg, crack it in the bowl. Second egg, same idea, crack it in the bowl. Add 1/4 of a teaspoon to your eggs mixture of water. So, 1/4 of a teaspoon of water to your egg mixture and whisk it all together. I use the wrist for this. It's real easy. It's just a repetitive motion like you're making an omelet. Okay. So now we have our 2 mixtures. Take your chicken breasts and unwrap them from the saran wrap. I use tongs, you can use a fork. You take the first one, put it in your egg mixture. It's called an egg wash if you're curious. And make sure it's covered. Pull it out. Straight into the breadcrumbs. What this does is it gets a really nice flavor, makes the breadcrumbs stick to it. If you have anybody who's allergic to eggs, you can just use water, but it takes away from the flavor. Alright, so this chicken breast is nice and covered in our breadcrumb Parmesan cheese. So I'm going to flop it right down in the oil. You get all this while it's sitting there. if it didn't get covered all the way. Okay, that's our first one. You're going to do the same thing for the second one. I'm going to take a break here because my spaghetti needs to finish cooking. And this is going to start cooking, but I'll show you as we move along further in the process. So I'll see you soon.